Well, good morning, and that. It's your boy, Celine Driver. That's me. Walking and talking on a Tuesday. Time for my 4 miles. I just started. On a brisk 55-degree day morning in Central Florida. Gonna get cold for Christmas. Down here even. Yeah, that damn global warming is gonna come and get us all the way down here. It might be in the low 30s on Christmas Day. Go figure. It's winter time and it gets cold. But that's climate change. Well, yeah, the climate changes every season. 4 times a year. Spring, summer, winter, fall. Changes all the time. So, let's see. This is going to be a dual video. This is going to be the last. What did we learn about the Gators last week? This is the last one of the season. Very simple. The Gators are a bad team. Oregon State beat the crap out of them in the Las Vegas Bowl. What was it, 30-3? Shut them out the entire game until the last minute, I guess, when they scored a field goal. I think by scoring the field goal and not getting the shutout, I think the Gators have either the longest streak of no shutouts in the nation or one of the longest streaks. And that allowed the streak to continue, which is, I think, the only positive that anyone from Gator Nation can take about that game. Oregon State basically beat up half a team. So good on the Pac-12 for beating an SEC team with 15 or 16 or 17 quitters on the team, off the team. So, but even if the Gators had their whole team, they probably weren't going to win that game, although I think it probably would have been more competitive. Now, full and fair disclosure, I didn't watch the game. I had people in town. I had things to do. I didn't get to see the game. Don't think I missed a hell of a lot. So, what did we learn about the Gators? They're bad. I think I responded to a posting on Gator Nation Facebook group where there was an article that said, what do the Gators need to work on in the off season? Oh, let's see. I made a list. Offense, defense, special teams, recruiting, coaching, play calling. That's about it. So, in other words, everything. Nothing was very good this year. There were some bright spots here and there, but overall, nothing very good. So, Billy Napier's first year as coach of the Florida Gators ends with a 6-7 record, a losing record in the SEC, losing many games he should have won, probably won a game or two he should have lost, but should have won a hell of a lot more games than that. Ends on a 3-game losing streak, loses to your main SEC rivals in Georgia and Tennessee and LSU and Kentucky. And God help us, he lost to Vanderbilt, too. Lost to your main non-conference rival, ergo the Criminals. That doesn't help with recruiting, sir. You have to beat your in-state rival. You got to beat your in-state rival. Now, as I've been saying all along, Napier was working with ingredients not his own. They aren't his players. He didn't recruit them. He inherited a program that was seriously damaged. Did the best he could. I'm going to give him that. None of you people who are not Florida fans you're just going to troll him mercilessly, and I expect that. It doesn't bother me. Hell, I ignore about 99% of it. But every first-year coach is coaching with not his players, not his culture, not his scheme completely, because they're not his players. And if you're honest with yourself, you'd admit that. So we'll see what Napier does in year 2. Hopefully Florida and Florida fans, like myself, will give Napier the time and the budget and the support to do what Norvell did at Free Shoes University, and give him time, let him lose, build the culture, build the program, give him multiple years to do it, and not threaten to fire him in year 3. That's probably what needs to happen here. Now, is Napier the guy to do it? I don't know. Time will tell, as the saying goes. So, thankfully, the Florida Gator disaster of a season is over, and I don't have to deal with it anymore. No, I'm not watching basketball. I'm not a big basketball person. I hope the Florida Gator basketball team does well, but I'm not going to be watching it. I'm not going to be commenting on it. For me, the football season is over. I'll be concentrating on hockey. My Boston Bruins are doing very well this year. Better than expected. And it's all down to, what have I been saying for the past few years? Goaltending. Got rid of Tuukka Rask, that stiff, and put in a couple of young guys, hungry guys that want to make a name for themselves and succeed in this league and maybe lift a cup over their head. Instead of a guy like Tuukka Rask, who sat on the bench for his Stanley Cup in 2011 and then failed the Bruins utterly in 2 other attempts to get the cup. So, fuck you, Tuukka Rask. Stay in retirement where you belong. Now, I had another subject that I wanted to touch on. Oh, by the way, it is Hanukkah. Last night was the second night of Hanukkah. This will be the third night tonight at sunset. I wanted once again to wish all my friends, Jews and Gentiles alike, a happy Hanukkah. I hope, and I know most of you are Christmas folk, so I hope your Christmas season is going well, and come, 5 days from now, I hope you have a great time with friends and family, opening presents and celebrating all the things that Christmas means to you folks. Sorry. I wanted to touch on a subject that comes up for me every year around this season. Starting around Thanksgiving and going through the end of the year with the 3 big holidays. Well, 4 if I don't celebrate Christmas, but it obviously counts. But the 4 big holidays: Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, New Year's, Christmas. Obviously not in that order. And with the recent video that my dear friend Tiger Cat put up, by the way, shout out to Tiger Cat. That video took a lot of courage to make, because she's been out of the community for a little while, and people have been, yap, type about her. It's easy to type and yap about somebody who's not around to counter. She is an admirable person, and if you don't like her, leave her the fuck alone. If you do like her, support her, because she's been through a lot. I talk to her often. I know these things. But her video on this time of year bring up something that's important to me, something that affects me, and that is holiday or overall depression. It's easy to become depressed in this time of year, especially if you're in a circumstance like myself. I don't make much of a secret about the fact that I am alone. I don't date. I don't have a girlfriend. Haven't had a girlfriend in a very, very long time. I have issues with that particular subject. And, I know it is my choice, and I admit it is my choice to be alone. So I'm not whining about that. I made that choice. Good morning. And that. I made that choice, and I make that choice consciously not to involve someone in my life. So I'm not complaining about my choices. However, that doesn't change the fact that, you see all the pictures and the posts and other things of, people that who are involved with someone, going to Christmas parties, going to holiday get-togethers, taking vacations together, etc., etc. And you're not doing that. And that does weigh on a person. I'm here to tell you, it weighs on you when you're in that circumstance. And I rely very heavily on my family to get me through. I have two very lovely daughters, and I spend time with them when I can and when their schedule allows. I live very close to my mom, and I'm very close to my mom now because, obviously everyone knows I lost my father in September. I was very close with him too for many years before he passed. And right now there's a big hole in my life where my father was, and that's going to take a while to ease. It is what it is. And I rely on my friends. I try and communicate with all of you folks as often as I can. But yeah, sometimes, when you're sitting alone in your house and the computer's off and, nobody's around, it gets a little hard to sit there by yourself, knowing, everyone else has somebody to be with in the holidays, and that's an important thing for them, and you'd like that, but, you have your issues to deal with respect to, whatever. Trust issues, fear issues, that kind of thing. So what I want to say to you folks is, don't. I know I just opened myself up to major trolling in the comments about, oh, poor Celine driver, poor him, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. I don't give a shit. But might want to take a different tact on that. Be aware of people around you. I mean, you may be very, very fortunate to be in a wonderful relationship with a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever. But be aware of folks that that aren't as fortunate as you, that aren't as lucky as you to have someone. And be aware and maybe reach out to them or make sure they're okay, and give them some encouragement, give them a nice pat on the back, either real pat on the back or a virtual pat on the back or whatever. and say, it's okay. I know you're there. We love you. We hope you're doing well, etc., etc. And that means a lot. It goes a long way. Believe me, I know. And, it's really hard for folks in the holiday seasons especially. Because this is the holiday season of, gathering together with friends and family. And I have friends. I've gathered with my friends, but, and I've gathered with my family. But, there's always, everyone wants that one special person. And, well, quite frankly, I don't have that. I could probably fix that if I wanted to, but I guess I don't want to, or I don't want to enough. But that's my particular issue, and I'm not asking anyone to fix that for me. I'll deal with that in my own time. I'm just making this video to say there are people out there that that are alone, and you should be mindful of that and check on them and make sure that they know that you love them. Morning. And that. And two. So that's all I really wanted to say in this. The two things I wanted to go over in this video. I wanted to wrap up the Gator season, which was a disaster. And I wanted to talk about the holiday depression thing in a very unprofessional way. I mean, I'm no psychiatrist or a psychologist. That's going to be my younger daughter's field of expertise. She's graduating in May of 2023, and she'll have a degree in psychology. So, from that point on, when I sit with her at the dinner table or visit with her or whatever, I'll be sitting there knowing that she's psychoanalyzing her old man and wondering aloud, and maybe not so aloud, how in the hell did I manage to grow up with a crackpot father like him raising me? As always, I enjoyed this walking and talking video. Love you all. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. There'll be another video before the New Year, so I'll save the New Year wishes for later. But between now and then is Christmas, so Merry Christmas to y'all. I'm gonna go finish my walk. It's your boy, Celine Driver. That's me, and I'm out.